that's it. And I really miss the Crypt Keeper. I think ABC TV blew it. They could have given him a great comeback by just letting him host Monday Night Football. I mean, picture the Crypt Keeper, right? Black turtleneck, cashmere blazer.
Hello, Cops fans. Welcome to Monday Fright Football.
You know, later on, be like,
well, looks like this game's about to go into sudden death.
all right. Thank you. I recently made a mistake of taking a peek at the supermarket tabloids at the checkout, and they're still picking on Kirstie Alley. Yeah, she's 61, okay? Wrath of Khan was 30 years ago. She can't look like Sabbath forever. I'm like, how does this poor woman deal with this? I go to her website. Sure enough, homepage, hyperlink. It says, click here to find out how much those fat jokes hurt. But when I did, all I heard was an MP3 audio of some guy going, no jabba, no bada. I would now like to do an installment from an ongoing series I have called Celebrity Appearances on Sesame Street. Tonight's guest, Adolf Hitler. We'll get there. Hard time for doing that bit, comes up to me after a show, he's like, excuse me, I found your Adolf Hitler material to be in really poor taste. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're not a fan of the Children's Television Workshop? He's like, what? No, Hitler, the Holocaust, that stuff really happened, that's not funny. I'm like, dude, nobody's saying it was funny. So, let me see if I understand you, sir. You're saying you did not see the humor in the Hitler bit, is that right? Right. Okay, I just want to be clear. You did not see anything funny about that stuff. Right! All right, I'm going to write this down, sir, because I take feedback of my audience very seriously, so let's be sure for future reference. You said you did not see. Did I get that right? Not see. Not... What's the matter with you? I'm silly. So, I'm not really technically savvy. I don't like it when my computer malfunctions. Actually, last time it happened, I actually got a human being on the phone. They're like, customer service, can I help you? Can I have your name, sir? I'm like, yeah, I'm still using it. Finally, they put me through to IT, and I'm like, yeah, what seems to be the problem, sir? I'm like, I don't know, the internet's really sluggish. I got that beach ball thing floating around, it's driving me nuts. He said, have you tried force quitting your browser? I'm like, what, quit what? He goes, sir, I'm gonna need you to force quit your browser. I'm like, oh, force quit my browser. Hang on. Yeah, does this force quitting involve a pinching thing or more like an Obi-Wan waving of the hand? Boring conversation anyway. But seriously, the way they name drugs these days, you could rewrite the entire screenplay for Star Wars, replace every single proper noun. Doesn't matter, ships, weapons, planets, creatures. It doesn't really change a thing. It's like, you never heard of the Nexium Falcon. That's the ship that made the Paxil run in less than 12 Zyrtecs. You know, or like, on the Death Star, they're about to blow up all around. It's like, Governor Zoloft, I should have expected to find you holding Crestor's leash. I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board. Charming to the last. Since Princess Lunesta, you are reluctant to share the whereabouts of the hidden rebel base, I have decided to test this station's destructive power on your home planet of Cialis. No, Cialis is peaceful. We have no you prefer another target, a military target, to name the system. Dramamine. Dramamine. Dan Rather was the anchorman of the CBS Evening News for about 25 years. And during his tenure, from time to time, he had a very interesting way of signing off. He'd say, for CBS Evening News, I'm Dan Rather. Courage. I don't know where this courage thing came from. Maybe he was a big fan of the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz growing up. Nonetheless, it's inspirational to me. So I'm going to start signing off my shows in a similar manner. So, for GMX Comedy Showcase, I'm Grant Schinto. Gremlins. Thank you so much. Did some guitar teaching for a few years, and that was kind of fun. This kind of thing would usually happen. You get some kid, be like, what do you want to learn? Be like, well, I don't know. I'm like, well, you want to learn like heavy metal? Yeah, I like heavy metal. Okay. You want to learn like Metallica? Oh yeah, I love Metallica. Like, how about like their breakthrough hit, Enter Sandman? And they'll be like, yeah! And I'll be like, I don't know that song. Like, what am I, a walking iPod? Come on, give me a break. That'll be $50. Thank you. So, lead guitar is overrated. I think the power of being a good musician is you gotta learn chords. You gotta know all the really cool chords, Like, for instance, you stick with the instrument for a while, and you learn stuff like the Austin Powers chord. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or, that actually reminds me of my personal favorite, which I call this the abortion chord. Like from 80s soap operas. It's like, didn't you hear? Naomi didn't have the baby. She got an abortion. An abortion! I don't know why my mouth moves like that. I have to do it 3 times or it doesn't work. That's the magic of comedy, the magic 3. The pressure that I can't stand as a guitar player is, I pretty much just play for artistic expression or whatever, personal growth. And if you're ever like sitting in the park strumming away or something, people come up to you like, play me a song, and I'm like, then I just become a deer in the headlights, I'm like, song, okay, well, I don't know about a song, but I could play something that sounds like maybe something from like the original Star Trek series, like when Captain Kirk was fighting that guy dressed as a lizard, it'd be this kind of thing. This is the part where they're rolling around on the ground. Who would have thought this has a bridge, It's like, take us home! Yeah. What if the Crypt Keeper had been in Van Halen?
Have you seen Junior's graves?
I once saw an interview on television with Sting. And they asked him about his songwriting. And he said, and I quote, I believe that the songs were already there before I wrote them. Really? I'm like, okay, he must be talking about the songs that he wrote were up here in his head and he just had to harvest them and make them come out or whatever. Because if every song to ever be written was just floating out there somewhere in the, collective consciousness or whatever, there could be some really weird results. For instance, take The Sound of Music. Imagine instead of Julie Andrews singing this melodious tune to a bunch of motherless children in Austria, instead that song didn't surface until maybe, 25 years later, when some speed metal band out of San Francisco, maybe this lioness looking gentleman is sitting his guitar one day and he comes up with this little ditty. So far so good. Yeah! All right, I'll stop. Thank you. Somebody in the back was dancing. I was like, maybe I'll keep doing this. But...